Christo, what are the chances that Paul Singer will honor Zephyr Teachout's debate challenge? I would put that at 0, but that raises a good. So Zephyr Teachout, you'll recall that she sought the WFP, the Working Families Party, nomination. The Working Families Party decided not to nominate someone separately and ended up endorsing Andrew Cuomo. It was pretty controversial. But in the end, the unions that really provide the underwriting in many respects for the Working Family Party just had too much of a transactional relationship with Giuliani to go that far. But certainly the WFP and made some deals that I think some which Giuliani stuck to, some which he didn't, with Giuliani to give him their support. What it did do is it galvanized a lot of opposition to Giuliani. And did I say Giuliani? I'm saying Andrew Cuomo.
You mean Cuomo? Okay.
Cuomo.
Cool.
Andrew Cuomo. And it galvanized opposition to Andrew Cuomo. And it opened the door for Zephyr Teachout to run a primary campaign against Andrew Cuomo, which basically destroyed Andrew Cuomo's chances, in my opinion, of being a national candidate for the Democrats. It showed that he has a tremendous amount of weakness amongst Democrats. She had very little money and was able to get something around 30-some-odd% of the vote in New York State, which was really pretty stunning. The county that she did best in was Columbia County in New York. And Columbia County makes up a big part of New York's 19th district, where retiring Chris Gibson, who is not quite a Tea Party guy, Republican congressman, is retiring. This is an open seat. Zephyr Teachout won very handily in the Democratic primary against a guy who was a pretty good candidate, at least in terms of his politics, pretty new. But I actually have bought pies and honey and produce from his family. He's a farmer, and but a very well-educated farmer, actually. And so Zephyr Teachout is running against a guy named John Faso in the 19th District of New York. It's a pretty big, important district in terms of New York State. Kristen Gillibrand came from this district when she was named senator and then ultimately re-ran. It is got a lot of downstate tinges to it. A lot of people go up into that from New York City, move up there, or have weekend places up there and summer places up there. And then it's also very rural and a lot of farmers. So Zephyr Teachout is running against this John Faso, but John Faso is getting a $500,000 worth of support from a super PAC. It's a lot of money for this district, a lot of money. And Zephyr Teachout did something which I think is politically brilliant and maybe a great, because she positions herself, and she's been a long time public financing advocate, and she doesn't take super PAC money. And her donations are somewhere around, like, I don't know, well, she mentions it in this ad. She is in a position to do this, which could be a great model, I think. I mean, you're going to see a bunch of ads like this from candidates like Zephyr Teachout, because it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. Let's play this ad.
So I want to talk to you about someone you've never heard of before, because he has decided to spend $500,000 on a super PAC supporting my opponent, John Faso. This is Paul Singer. He's a billionaire, he's a hedge funder, he seems to be a big privatizer, basically. No rules. Offshore everything. Trans-Pacific Partnership, NAFTA, there's no free trade deal he's ever seen that he doesn't like. This is one of the things that is so important about understanding what's happening with super PACs, is these are people, and mostly men, who are basically just picking and choosing areas and buying people who are going to represent them. I bet $500,000 isn't even a lot of money to him. It's everything in a political campaign. My average donor gives about $15. And that's important to me because it means that I can listen to the concerns of the people of the 19th District. So this is very serious. Paul Singer, I challenge you to come here and have a debate with me. I want to hear why you want to offshore jobs. Let's debate Common Core. I want to hear why you think high-stakes testing is good for our schools. Let's debate fracking. I want to hear what you think about the Constitution pipeline and what you think about how we should deal with the real challenges around flooding that are coming from climate change. I'm ready, and I think the people of the 19th District deserve to hear your actual voice when you're putting so much money into trying to buy up representation.
I'll tell you why this is such a great commercial, because in addition to mentioning those issues that she mentions, Constitution pipeline, which runs through the district, the flooding, which struck I think it was Hurricane Irene, actually, which became like a storm, really devastated a couple of towns on the western side of the Hudson River. It's a brilliant commercial. Not just because it hits all of these issues that are really important to people in that district, but it also makes John Faso seem like an afterthought, like he's not even his own man. And how does John Faso respond to this? Well, she should debate me, not the guy who's spending $500,000. It really, it's a brilliant ad. Do I think Paul Singer will debate her? No, but that would be hilarious. John Faso's at the window just going like, hey, can I get in? No.
It's brilliant.
Very great ad. Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.